Early in the morning.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam Topical Juice, and I'm back with the next episode of Love Island. This episode was a bit, I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired, guys, and this one was a bit of a snooze fest. But tomorrow, obviously, as you saw from the preview, CASA AMOR is back. So I suppose we'll touch on that a bit later in the episode. But yeah, that was the main thing that kind of got me excited in this episode, and that was right at the end of the episode. So yeah, I'm gonna get this episode out as soon as possible. Boom, boom, boom. And now I need to go to sleep. So anyway, like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me. Please press that subscribe button for me, especially if you're new, guys. Join the Juice community. Of course, if you want to support your boys' merchandise, it's in the description below. Now, this whole episode, yeah, was pretty much about Davide and Ekin-Su. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I hate the fact they forced Davide into this. It's clear that he's not really on it. You know what I'm saying? He's not really. Now, he might be worn down, to be honest, the same way Gemma's getting worn down probably. But there's no longevity in it. That's the what it is, to be honest. And they really tried to angle it. All the boys saying that he should pursue her. Producers making sure that they're the ones that go on the date. Like they're really trying to make this story arc happen. Now, to be honest, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not opposed to it. I think they're forcing it. Don't get me wrong, they are forcing it. But I'm not necessarily opposed to it because, yeah, it's kind of cute. Why not, man? It's kind of cute. But Davide just kind of looks like a bit of a victim in this. Like, she's just kissing him. And I know that in his heart of hearts, he don't really mean that. You know what, yeah, Ekin-Su, she just gets what she wants. That's what it is. Ultimately, Ekin-Su always gets what she wants. And she categorically goes into the Love Island Hall of Fame. I can't really think of many better characters. Now, there's a couple old seasons. I like that Terry season. Terry was a villain at one point, boy. Him and who's that girl he was with? It begins with M. Marlin. Oh my god. But yeah, no, Ekin-Su's definitely up there, man. She's a goat. So I say all that to say that the boys were basically pressuring Davide at the start of this episode to talk to her, be open to it, blah, blah, blah. Paige says that her and Jax are back on as well, things like that. Whatever. I'm sure they had sex in bed as well. I'm sure they had sex in the bed last week as well. So watch, mark my words, it will come out a month after the show's finished. An article will come out about how the Islanders were actually beaten in there and blah, 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 and you know, they just never showed it, and bro, of course, like that's what's happening. Now the couples go for brunch and they're all in their little cute tables talking about how they're feeling and how last night went, the recoupling, etc, etc. Now, Jax and Paige were allegedly going well. They're only going well until something else happens. Now, to be honest, now Jay's out of the picture, I'm trying to think what will tear them apart. I'm not too sure. But at the end of the day, as soon as she does something that he doesn't like, she will see the nasty side of Jax 100%. And I don't think he would have got away with that side with Gemma, because Gemma's a bit more headstrong. Luca says to Gemma, let me pull your chair out. And she's like, for goodness sake, just sit down. Now, to be honest, Luca, I don't disrespect you for that. I think that's calm. I think that's good manners, to be honest. I think that's nice and polite. But she needs someone who's a bit more strong with her, a bit more dominant. Listen, I think they're getting a little bit closer. I think he's worn her down, if I'm being honest. I think there's potential for them to just see where it goes and her to kind of attempt to commit to it, but there's no longevity in it. Ultimately, she will get bored of having her own way with him, I believe. Charlie and Antigone talk about unicorns, but Antigone says something interesting, and this is what gave it away to me that her and Jay weren't going to go nowhere, because she is butthurt that he picked Paige first. She wants intensity from the start. She wants someone to see her and be like, I want her. You know, that's the one I want. She feels second best at the fact that he went for Paige first. He clearly can detect that. And that's why at the end of the episode, she was like, oh, you know, how you been? I ain't spoken to you today, or they haven't even tried to speak. You know what I'm saying? They're both picking up energies from each other, and it's not going to be that thing, really. So now Jay and Danica are talking. Now, this is interesting. Now, listen, don't get me wrong here. Even though I gave Danica donut of the day yesterday, it was only because there's no longevity in Jay. He categorically shut it down. However, I don't actually blame her for going for Jay when I look at it from a different perspective, which is she categorically did not want to couple up with Charlie. Now, I don't blame her for that. Now, I did say that in yesterday's episode, but I didn't give it that much credibility because I was just so adamant that Jay shut it down. But from the other side of things, yeah, she's not attracted to Charlie in the slightest. She's attracted to Jay. She has better conversation with Jay. It makes sense to couple up with Jay in that sense. So I do hear that. I do feel that. I just think there's no longevity with Jay romantically because he shut it down. But I hear that. And Andrew and Tash are talking about how they're falling for each other. Now, she allegedly said that she loves him later in the episode as well. How peak that they're in the bottom three. Yo, the producers are harsh for that, you know, really building up the love, boom, 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 cute, and then boom, you lot, bottom three, peak. Obviously, they're not going to go home, but, you know, they're going to be self-conscious about that now going forward, for real. Now, the next morning comes around and Ekin-Su and Antigone talk. I was struggling to give donut of the day this entire episode because there wasn't really much going on. But Antigone gets donut of the day for this episode for saying to Ekin-Su that she should have come to her first before she picked Davide. What? What are you talking about? I never actually addressed it in yesterday's video, but I didn't really like the fact that she felt that Danica should have come to her first either. I get that Danica should have picked Charlie in the sense that because you've been shut down by my man, by Jay. But what? No one owes you anything, Antigone. Like, you're playing your own game here. You've got no one. Like, you haven't really got a connection with anyone anyway. So what's it got to do with you? You wholeheartedly get donut of the day today for being so entitled and thinking that everyone should just come to you. Why is the whole villa saying that Ekin-Su and Davide should pursue each other? No one's saying, Davide and Antigone, you two should, bro. No one's saying your name, bro. Humble yourself and relax, innit? You get it? Like, Luca and Ekin-Su talking, it reminds me of like school, because Ekin-Su tells Luca to tell Davide that to let him try and blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm saying. They were really forcing it this episode. Luca and Gemma then go to the Hideaway. They don't really get up to much, I don't think. She was wearing a nice little, what you call it, like lingerie, looking nice, whatever. Yeah, they came back. The feedback was nice. I don't think anything happened. I think he just got excited. And apparently he was waking up in the middle of the night saying like, I'm obsessed with ya. And, you know, you're everything to me, all this stuff. And apparently she was eating into it. That's what I'm saying. So I think his soppiness might be wearing her down, innit? But, yeah, we'll see. As I said, there's no longevity there. Obviously, she's not going to do anything with Michael Owen watching. Now, on the topic of Michael Owen, they finally addressed, the low-key elephant in the room, which was, do they know? And obviously they knew. Now, don't get it twisted. That was not the first conversation they've had about Michael Owen. That was just the first televised conversation. She was saying how she's been to nursery with Beckham's kids. So like now we all know it's on confirmed now. Secrets, cat's out the bag. They all know who she is. Now that confirms Luca knows who she is, which he's been known who she is. Ekin-Su and Davide then go on their date. They're crushing grapes. And Ekin-Su asked the question, would your mum or family like me? And he knows his family won't like her. So that's why he said, if they love me, they'll like you. Do you understand? And Ekin-Su was just begging it though. She was like, Davide, please just trust me. And then just grabs him and kisses him. And it's mad. It's proper mad. She's great for TV, but you can tell he feels trapped into this. I can't lie. I can see him potentially committing to it, but boy, CASA AMOR has come at the right time. We need to talk about that. Now, fast forward to the end, Jay and Antigone are having a little conversation. She's like, my man will walk in soon. And he's like, I'm sure he will, rah, rah, rah. So clearly there's nothing there, man. There's nothing really there. Tash and Ekin-Su are talking about how it's so cute with Tash and Andrew and how they're falling for each other, blah, blah, blah. And then they get the text about the public have been voting. So now there's a dumping and they left it on a cliffhanger again. So the bottom three is Tash and Andrew, Antigone and Charlie, and Danica and Jay. And what it is the islanders have to vote for who they want to dump. Now it's obvious who's going to go. They're going to save Andrew and Tash, clearly, because they've got a chance of actually potentially going far to the finals. And to be honest, they are the only couple that's been here from the jump. So you have to give them that. Whether we like them or not, whether we believe or like Tash or not, we have to give them that. And I did call this about 3 weeks ago. I literally said, they will settle with each other now. I said after their first little tiff, they'll kind of go back and forth and they'll keep going back to each other. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And they'll stay that way until the finals, to be honest. So they'll stay. Now, I think Jay and Danica will probably stay. I feel like Danica's got more people feeling sorry for her. I don't believe they'll save Charlie and Antigone. I could be wrong, but that's my prediction. Who do you lot think? And the main bit of the episode, which is right at the end, is CASA AMOR. I'm so excited for this. CASA AMOR is going to test the relationships for sure. I think personally, Gemma's relationship could be tested, Paige's relationship could be tested, and I think Davide's relationship could be tested. I feel like he could potentially meet someone that he likes, and Ekin-Su's waiting for him the other side, and it's not that team. That would be wow, that would be cruel. But anyway, guys, I'm knackered, so let me get some sleep. Let me know your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.